Insider friends, welcome back. Good to see you. I'm Amanda. If we already haven't met, I'm a teacher here at Echo Hill Outdoor School. Today, we are going to be mycologists. Mycologist. Crickets? Do I hear crickets? Mycology is the study of the members of the fungi kingdom. Fungus. Yes. Woo! Fungus. Awesome. Aren't you pumped? Fungus is all the living things that are like mushrooms, yeast, and molds. Did you catch on to something I said? Living things. Yeah, members of the fungal kingdom are totally living, but they're very, very different from plants and animals, which you've probably caught on to when you've seen something like a moldy piece of bread or a mushroom. But to break it down for you, break it down, decomposers, I'm cracking myself up. Fungus are different from plants in that they aren't autotrophs. Autotrophs mean make their own food like plants do. They're heterotrophs. So like you and I, how we eat food, also fungus, like mushrooms, absorb nutrients from their environment. Mushrooms also have a cell wall like plants do, but ready for this? They have chitin in their cell walls. Have you heard of that word before, chitin? Maybe when you've learned about the exoskeleton of a crab or a crayfish, that same thing, chitin, is in mushroom cell walls. What? All species of fungus, whether it's mold or mushrooms, anything that is in the fungal kingdom is very specific to the habitat that it lives on or in. Example right here are these mushrooms. Do I know what kind of mushrooms they are? No. Are they squishy? Yes. But what I do know is that these mushrooms only live in decomposing matter from conifers. Conifers are pine trees, and I can be an expert right now and look up top and I can see that that is some sort of pine tree, and and there's a decomposing pine tree here, and so this is a suitable habitat for these mushrooms. Look, this one is older and this one is younger because this one is already breaking down. Mushrooms live only for a very short amount of time. So look at that, it's already breaking apart and it's only been here like 2 days. Look at that, that's so wild and squishy. And I found a little mushroom right here. This probably looks very familiar to you, and this is a very stereotypical mushroom. It has a stalk, little stick bit, and then it has its telltale cap. And if you ever overturn a mushroom, mushrooms are totally safe to hold. You just never ever want to eat a mushroom if you don't absolutely know for certain whether it's safe or not. So go ahead, pick them up, and you can overturn a mushroom and see their little gills where they keep their spores or how they reproduce. Cap, stalk, gills, and they're very soft. And in differing from animals, whereas animals can move, the only mobility members of the fungal kingdom can do is through their growth or through their spores that they release. So it would be cool to watch a mushroom walk, but they can't. They can grow, either upwards or outwards. Mycology, what we're studying today, friends, also sounds like mycelium. Mycelium is down in the ground. Let's go find it. If you ever see decomposing logs, great spot to find mycelium. Oftentimes it's thought of as mycelium is the tree and the mushrooms are like the fruit, if you want to think about it that way. Let's overturn this log. All right, we've overturned this old log and there are these little white tendrily bits. That's the mycelium. That is the part of the fungus that can absorb the nutrients to help it grow. It's growing out and down and around and just chomping up all the nutrients in the dirt. And then when the conditions are right here is an example of what can happen. Mycelium can also sprout mushrooms like these. These are living in a colony, so they're living together. They're all one type, but they're living together. The biggest living thing on the face of our earth is not a whale, it's not an elephant, it's a type of fungus. It's out in Oregon. It occupies 3.4 square miles. Its nickname is the humongous fungus, or the honey mushroom. Look it up, Google it. Honey mushroom, humongous fungus. But members of the fungal kingdom don't have to like reach out way far out. They can occupy very small spaces. Have you ever seen mold on like a piece of bread or cheese or even on a container of yogurt? Have you ever noticed how small those little specks are? Yeah, that's one living thing. That's one type of fungus. And we can have an example of lots of different types of fungus occupying a small space right here on this one log. We've got this fuzzy stuff. It kind of looks like something that belongs in the ocean. We also have these little bumps up here. They look like splatters of clay. And then we even have a third type right here. Completely small little red specks right up in here. All of these are individuals. And they're all living here on this one log, and for only a very short amount of time. Friends, it's been super fun investigating the fungi kingdom with you today. Well done, mycologists. For at home, Google, look up the humongous fungus out there in Oregon, see what those mushrooms look like and the mycelium down in the soil. Also, if you are a culinary type of person, if you like to have fun in the kitchen, ask permission from the adults in your home if you can go ahead and bake bread. Yeast is a type of fungus, and so you can have some fun with a member of the fungal kingdom and get something delicious to eat. Or if cooking and baking isn't your thing, go ahead and look up on YouTube or Google like time-lapse videos of sourdoughs. Sourdoughs is a type of yeast that's wild yeast that takes in spores from the environment around wherever that sourdough is being made. It's pretty crazy to see what is absorbed from the environment and can be made into food. Have fun, friends. Stay safe. See you later.